What's up? So if you've ever researched anything about lubing your lugs or tension rods, you've probably seen something about Vaseline. Now, Vaseline, it works, but there's a better option, and that is white lithium grease. So, first of all, Vaseline, it's not made for this sort of application. It's pretty light duty because, well, it's made for your skin. If we look at the back of this jar, it says it, protects minor cuts and scrapes and burns, and then it protects and helps relieve chapped or cracked lips and skin, and it also helps protect from the drying effects of wind and cold weather. And now, if we look at the back of this lithium grease, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but as you can see, metal to metal contact areas. And what is a tension rod made out of? Skin? No, metal. Now, when it comes to describing grease and lube and oil, there's a lot of technical terms that honestly don't make a lot of sense to me and probably don't make a lot of sense to you, but there is one known as the dropping point, which is basically the melting point. It's the point at which it turns from a grease or a paste or a semi-solid to be, technical. The point at which it turns from a semi-solid into a liquid. So basically, the point at which it melts. So according to this Ultra Lube brand white lithium grease, the dropping point is 387 degrees Fahrenheit or 197 degrees Celsius for those that live in countries that use systems that actually make sense. Now, I tried to find this information for Vaseline, but it doesn't exist because it's a product for your skin, People don't care about the viscosity of Vaseline and the dropping point of Vaseline and the ideal operating temperature for Vaseline because it's for your skin. So I just globbed a whole bunch onto a tension rod and threw it outside. So this time lapse was only over the course of an hour, which is not that long at all. It was only 85 degrees Fahrenheit that day, or 30 degrees Celsius, and as you can see, the Vaseline just immediately melted. While on the other hand, the white lithium grease held up just fine, and it didn't melt at all. You can see it's in the same shape that it was when it came out of the tube. So if you were curious, personally I like this Ultra Lube brand just because it's what I've used in the past, and I know it works, and also I know a handful of drum corps actually use this brand also. And when it comes to those drums, they're outside basically all day in the super hot sun, and they're constantly changing heads, and marching drums are under higher tension than a regular drum, so if it works for them, it'll definitely work for your drum set. So I'm not trying to get, super technical about this, but please, if you're using Vaseline, I really suggest you switch over to white lithium grease. And since we're on the topic of lube, please do not use WD-40 in your lugs.